The night sky over Neon City sparkled with electric pink clouds as Rumi, Mira, and Zoey finished their rooftop photo shoot. Their stylists rushed around collecting props, glitter fans, and costume capes. The city lights shimmered below, making the rooftop glow like a floating stage in the sky. Zoey spun dramatically in her glitter cloak. "Look at this! I feel like a magical disco queen." Rumi laughed. "You always feel like a magical disco queen." Mira glanced over the edge. "Enjoy it while you can. We still have rehearsal in 20 minutes. Just as they began gathering their things, a strange tinkling sound drifted through the air like hundreds of tiny bells shaking at once. Rumi froze. "Did you guys hear that?" Before Zoey could reply, a burst of sparkling pink mist exploded behind them. A small shimmering creature zipped out of it, a floating ghost-like sprite, made of glittering particles with wide, glowing eyes. Zoey yelped. "Ah, tiny sparkly ghost." The creature squeaked and zoomed in circles, scattering glitter everywhere on props, cameras, and even the poor stylist who immediately sneezed glitter into the wind. Mira's eyes widened. "That's a glimmer wisp. They're harmless, usually, but they get hyper when they absorb too much city light." The wisp zoomed around wildly, leaving a sparkling trail like a runaway fairy. It grabbed a piece of fabric from the costume rack and spun away with it, drifting toward the opposite rooftop. Rumi gasped. "Oh no! That's the custom cape the designer made for our finale." Zoey clenched her fists. "Okay, sparkly ghost, it's on." The girls activated their hunter gear. Rumi's mic staff glowed. Mira's harmony bow flashed into existence, and Zoey's bass blade hummed with excitement. The Glimmer Wisp darted away across the rooftops, and the chase began. Rumi leaped across the first gap, her boots landing firmly despite the windy rooftop. Mira followed gracefully, landing as lightly as a cat. Zoey jumped last with a dramatic war cry that echoed off the nearby buildings. The wisp zigzagged through rooftop gardens, neon billboards, and ventilation pipes. They chased it past an unfinished skyscraper where construction beams created a maze of shadows and lights. Every time they got close, the wisp giggled and zipped just out of reach. Mira fired a melody arrow not to hurt it, but to create a barrier of soft blue light. The wisp bounced off it harmlessly, startled. Rumi extended a ribbon of pink magic, trying to gently guide it toward them. But the wisp squeaked fearfully and shot upward, disappearing behind a glowing hologram billboard for their own concert poster. Zoey groaned. "Did it just hide behind our faces? Rude!" The girls climbed up the billboard frame. When they peeked behind it, they saw not one but 3 glimmer wisps bouncing around like excited sparkly jelly beans. Rumi's jaw dropped. "Oh, great! It brought its friends." Mira bit her lip. "They're overcharged. If they keep absorbing city light, they'll burst into glitter storms." Zoey gasped dramatically. "Glitter storms? The kind that stick for days? We need to stop that." The wisp started spinning faster, lights flickering dangerously. Mira raised her bow. "We have to calm them with synchronized rhythm. Our music can stabilize their energy." Rumi nodded. "Okay, gentle melody, no scaring them." Zoey winked. "I'll handle the beat." The 3 stepped forward and created a small circle of warm, glowing sound. Rumi sang first, her voice soft like a lullaby. Mira joined with a low, soothing hum that wrapped around the wisps like a blanket. Zoey tapped her bass blade gently, creating slow, heart-like pulses. The Glimmer Wisps hesitated, their frantic spinning slowed. The overcharged sparks around them dimmed from blinding pink to soft pastel glow. They floated down, settling like glowing butterflies on Rumi's staff, Mira's shoulder, and Zoey's hand. One of them squeaked apologetically and nudged the stolen cape toward Rumi. Rumi smiled. "It's okay, you were just overwhelmed." Mira nodded. "Let's get you somewhere dark so you can rest." They guided the wisps toward an abandoned rooftop greenhouse where the shadows were deep and peaceful. The tiny creatures curled into glowing little balls and slowly dimmed until only faint sparkles remained. Zoey wiped her forehead. "Crisis avoided. Also, I think there's glitter permanently stuck in my everything." Back at their photoshoot rooftop, the crew stared in total shock. Their stylist pointed weakly. "Why are you covered head to toe in glitter?" Rumi grinned. "Long story," Mira added. "Magical story." Zoey put on sunglasses. "Sparkly story." That night at rehearsal, the capes fluttered beautifully under the stage lights. And on the edge of the tallest rooftop in Neon City, 3 tiny sparkles blinked softly, quiet, calm, and grateful.